Hi everybody, Dr. Marcus Deaver here. Today I wanted to give you 3 good tips to help boost your immune system. So, tip number 1 is vitamin D. Make sure you're taking enough vitamin D. Vitamin D is the number one mineral deficiency in America. There's been a study done in 2007 from the Epidemiology and Infectious Journal, and they did this study and they repeated it. They did a 3 year study, someone taking 8,000 IUs of vitamin D and then someone taking 2,000, or a group taking 2,000 IUs. They followed 104 people. The 800 IU users reported 70% less incidence of flus and colds during the flu season. The 2000 IU study showed that there was nearly 0 cases of cold or flu. That was 1 case actually out of 104 people reported having the cold or flu just by taking 2000 IUs of vitamin D3. Super significant. So there's tons of research that shows that vitamin D does help boost your immune system, and particularly that's why we get so many colds and infections during the winter season, is because we're not outside. We're not getting the sunlight and D3 that we need from our skin. Tip number 2 is reduce your stress. Stress has a huge impact on how your immune system functions. They did this study in 1990. They took depressed patients and people under life-threatening type events, stressful events, and they showed that they had a 50% reduction in their immune factors. So 50% reduction in their ability to fight diseases and things like that just by being stressed. 2008, very similar. They did over the past 20 years, they did this analytical review and showed that they've demonstrated that in animal and human studies that stress increases neuroendocrine hormone factors, which basically is parts of your immune system. This one's interesting. The Journal of National Cancer Institute, 1998, they showed that psychological stress can alter immune function, as well as, in addition to that stress, or what actually it contributes to that stress, is an increase in smoking, increasing drinking alcohol, a loss of sleep, a reduction of exercise, and a degradation of one's diet. All these contribute to increased stress in your body. So, synopsis: exercise in order to become less stressed. Exercise. Do some yoga, meditation. There's tons of research on that. I'm not going to get into that. Prayer. Think about diet, or even ask your doctor about diet. Make sure you're getting adequate amounts of sleep. And of course, stop watching a lot of the news that has a bunch of stuff that just stresses you out. Tip number 3, get adjusted. Chiropractic has shown over and over again that it helps boost your immune system. I have patients every year that come in and tell me stories with their families that they got sick like barely once this year, when usually they pass around a bug 3, 4, 5 times. And I hear that every year. And so it's amazing to watch this. But 1991, they did some studies, and they followed it up in 92 with a secondary study. But they showed that spinal manipulation had a significant increase in phagocytic and neutrophil activity in the cells. So they drew their blood, and they showed it that it boosted their immune system. It boosted their immune factors. Journal of Immunology or Immunoregulation. There's a whole field of study getting onto this. Now, in 2010, they did this really cool study. They took 74 individuals. Half of them got chiropractic, the other half did not. And then they measured their blood samples before, 20 minutes after an adjustment, and 2 hours after an adjustment. Both groups showed a significant increase in their immunoglobulin factors, meaning it boosted their immune system, it boosted their immune factors in their blood. And so it just shows that spinal manipulation can boost someone's immune response. One last study real quick. In 1994, they did this study with HIV positive individuals, so people who were already immunocompromised. And they did this over 6 months, and they showed that they had a 48% increase in their CD4 cells. So 48% increase. That's pretty significant. So make sure you're taking your adequate amounts of vitamin D, reduce stress, exercise, meditate, prayer, sleep, and stop watching the news, and then get adjusted. And that will boost your immune system. You guys have a great day.